That's the second one. Yeah, you can see it's quite a deep shaft. It's probably, oh shit, there might be something down in there. Quite eerie with that smoky blue look to the water. Creek Road. Like a new fence going in there, a bit of a new suburb about to happen. People in there camping, but I don't know how you get in there. It's pretty rough. Maybe it got wiped out in recent rains, I don't know. Not the clearest of days out there, a bit of cloud around. I don't know what this road is, but we're right around toughest of state forest. So this is the other end of the mountain bike trail or whatever it is we stumbled across on that other video a few weeks ago, whenever it come out, I don't know. Looks like there's a few good little trails in there if you're a mountain bike enthusiast. Like some kind of abandoned quarry. Taken all they were licensed to take and shut the doors. I don't know, maybe there was some other kind of plant there, I don't know. Anyway, I think we're on the edge of maybe the southeastern edge of Arara West State Forest. I've been through here once, a few years ago. It was alright. Pop out somewhere around Karangi, so that's the plan for today. We'll see what we find. It's definitely where the more riding, the better riding part starts. So, Low Ambulink Road, that makes sense. Let's climb up here. Couple of nice big old trees. Pretty nice little piece of forest. Obviously haven't logged it for a while. So I've started some nice singles in there. Nice little exploration. Still climbing up. Up for about a K. There's definitely been a little bit of logging activity in here, further in. Not quite at the top yet. Wonder what it's going to be like going down the other side. Okay, well, there's been a bit of clearfill action going on in here. They're just smashing the whole coast by the looks of it. I guess we can assume the roads are going to be in pretty good nick. We've done a couple 100 acres here. Looks like private property over there. I'm not sure, but I think these marks mark the edge of a compartment. So the log stuff's behind us, and maybe they're probably more up here, I don't know. It's out have been smashing the area. The whole coast of Costa now, Mucker. The log landing, it's definitely been getting smashed. Still a beautiful forest in here though. Well worth a look. Habitat. That's what that H is on the tree, habitat usually. It means there's a little hollow for a possum to live in or something. Really nice little ride actually. Lovely trees around. Bit of a steep descent here, but the road's in really good nick. You can see they've been logging in here too, so the Clearfell obviously must be plantation, and this must be remnant native, they call it, or whatever they call it, not plantation. So they selectively go in and take a bit. It's definitely much better to ride through if you compare the two. You can see they've been here, but it's still a bit of a nice bush foresty feeling. I don't think that's the exact way I came last time, but it only took about 6 or 7 minutes to cross over the mountains, and now we're at the back of Karangi somewhere, Friday Creek sort of area. But well worth getting off the blacktop for a bit. Okay, so we're heading into Star Creek, just outside Karamba. You can see it go under the main road. Then I'm not sure what this road's called, maybe it's Star Creek Road. Been a fair bit of water around, so I don't know whether we'll get across the creek here. There's an old bridge that's well and truly washed out many years ago. I think we're just about upon it. It's a pretty little creek. We'll see if we can ride across it or see what goes on. Might be a bit further up here into, okay, now we're getting into the state forest. Okay, so there's not a lot of water in the creek. You can see there the remnants of a big old timber bridge, and there's another one over there. So Mother Nature obviously had a few goes at piping what the old timers wanted to put in out before everybody just gave up and left it with a crossing like this. I thought there might have been a ton of water in here with the rain we've had, but it's not looking so wet at all. But you can see it's a pretty little spot. Water's a little dirty. Let's have a bit of a look around. Okay, sorry if there's a bit of dirt on the lens so far. It was very tiny, I couldn't see it until now. You can see it's a little bit cloudy in the water there, but it is a beautiful little stream, normally crystal clear if we haven't had so much rain recently. You can see over all this stuff that's got hooked up on this first bridge, over to the other bridge there. Heaps of wildlife, birds and all kinds. Yeah, that's a huge bridge that was quite high, probably 3 or 4 feet higher, a metre higher than this one here in the front of us. It's got sawn timber sticking out of it over there, so it was obviously fairly extensive, probably when, hint hint, the mine was working, or the mines were working further out here. But it's a beautiful looking stream over there. See this beautiful little stream, some steep side running up there. On top of that was the Evening Star mine, I believe, originally. Got a keen eye, you might see there's an adit just there hiding in the bush. But yeah, it's a beautiful little area. We might head over and see if we can get across the creek here without getting our boots wet and have a look at that adit, eh? Still got some pretty bad knees going on. See this little platform here, and there's the adit. I think they were looking for a lower vein of gold than what they'd originally mined in the 1800s when they dug this, probably in the 60s I think. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up anything in here, but we'll venture in a little way. Try not to fall in. Oh, it's cool. It stinks a bit funny. It's kind of muddy in this area here. I don't know if you're going to get a very good view of what's going on. There's some old timbers in there that may have been supports, or someone's used them to bridge this muddy gap here, but I can see it goes up there for probably at least 30 meters before my torch runs out. Nice little spot. Yeah, probably well worth an explore. It's nice and cool in there compared to this 30-some degree day we've got going on out here, but definitely very interesting. I was just sitting here having a sandwich or something on a ride and walking along the creek here, and I sort of noticed this little flat area and the pathway, and I wandered up and found it a few years ago. But yeah, it's just a picturesque spot. You can see a little bit of more of a pathway running up there, and I don't know whether they might have had a road coming down here to get stuff in and out, or up to what I believe there's some stampers and batteries and whatever up there. I think it was a fairly large operation, probably working some alluvial stuff up there in the 1800s. I think they pulled a fair bit out of it, but I'm not too sure. Definitely worth a visit if you're in the area. Quite eerie with that smoky blue look to the water. A little bit surreal. Okay, so here's a closer look at that log bridge, or whatever you want to call it. And then if you look over there, you can see that older bridge with the sawn timbers, or a little mixture of both, and you can see the earthen ramp on the top of it there, and over here running down to beautiful little creek. There's many mines along here. Looking at the maps, I don't know exactly where they are. There's a track through there that's extremely overgrown, forks off into some other roads, and might end you somewhere, might come out near Loena or something, I'm not sure. The map shows a power line easement close by, but I haven't seen it. So, you know what I think about maps. Good for a glance, but work out what you're doing on the ground. Okay, so that's part of Star Creek and the Evening Star Mine. I'm going to head off back west through Karamba, and there's a little cascade that I'm hoping will be working quite well with the rain, although probably not much considering what's going on here. And then we might head to another mine shaft before we wrap up the trip. And there's a lookout out there that I found on a map, even though I don't like maps. I've never been there, but we'll see if we can find it and see if it's worth looking at as well. Let's mount up and get going. The old cemetery, but I don't know, it might still be, I know, it's a historical cemetery. 1899. not sure if that means it's not in use at all anymore or what, but it's a nice little place. That might be a waste transfer. Yes, it is. Try not to ride somewhere I shouldn't. But you can see there's some well-maintained graves out there. Doesn't seem to be broken up into denominations, but those ones look brand new, so maybe it is still in use. I'm not too sure. Oh, there's another section over there. Quite a few flowers still on them, so they're definitely still mist and not. Fire Brigade. So Aurora East State Forest now. Brand new sign. If you follow that track, veer to the right. It's the way you get to the old Karamba King mine, but that mine, from memory, that mine, I spent a lot of time looking for it, and it turns out it collapsed. It's an adit, fairly big adit, called Karamba King, because I think they got a lot of gold out of it. But the start of the adit collapsed and you can't even see anything at all anymore. I walked around the area where I thought it might have been and couldn't recognise anything. I did have sore knees at the time. And then later I found out it's absolutely gone. So now that's private property, and I believe somewhere up there is the one they call the Karamba Queen mine. But obviously it's not private property, so unless you know the people or you're particularly ballsy, you want to go pester them and knocking on the door, you won't be able to find that one either. So there's sort of a little track here on the downside of the road. You can see it's a little pool and a nice little baby waterfall, cascade maybe you call it. I thought with the recent rains we've had, might have been flowing a bit more impressively than that. It still looks beautiful. It's a little bit of a climb in, so it's a little bit tough on my knees, but if you can see down there, that's where it's a little bit deeper, a little bit nicer pool. So that's the first one. And then there's another one over there. That's the second one. A little bit bigger. Just as beautiful. Pool looks a bit murky, but it's probably waist deep. And then you can see it meanders its way down. I don't know if there's any more. I think it sort of flattens out into the gully there, but yeah, another little waterfall hidden in plain sight, easy to get to, fairly easy to get to. I can get to it with my bad knees, so most people will be able to get to it. Well worth a look. The little trail looks a bit like a single running up a hill, but I thought we might have been about 5 k's away, or less than one from the waterfall, so let's keep looking. This is the lookout. I double checked on the map and yeah, this is it. It's pretty cool. Almost single coming up that way. From the south, there's a couple of people over there camping, so I don't want to disturb them. There's singles all around. I actually missed it on the map and came around and back up onto it. There's some pretty good little trails around. Looks like this ground's been worked. I don't know whether that was part of some mining activity at some point or whether it was just part of logging activity or whatever. You can sort of see it looks like a mullock heap there. Maybe there was a pit here or there. Anyhow, I'm trying not to disturb the people that are camping, and I did have a look at the map and it told me some fantastical way to go to where we're headed next. Also, there was another way right beside it that was pretty simple, so I haven't been that way, so we'll just see if we can find that way, and I'll follow my nose. We'll meet you at the next spot. That's the one we're looking for. See if I can just go off memory here. It's not too far along here, I don't think. Keep an eye out for a clue. There we go. Right here for sure. Yeah, you can see it right there. Alright, so I had GPS coordinates for this. My little GPS, and somehow I managed to stumble upon it even with that thing helping me. But the first thing I noticed was this little working here, and I thought, oh, we might be onto something. And I noticed the small dam, and then I noticed that fenced area over there as well. Because I didn't know what I was looking at the first time, and yeah, this one's pretty cool. Someone's gone to a fair bit of trouble, because usually nothing much is done for these things. You can see this is probably all the area that they pulled out. Looks like they may have worked further down towards the creek or worked their way up, but you can see it's quite a deep shaft. It's probably, oh shit, there might be something down in there. Hopefully it's not something that's going to die down there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's probably about 4 or 5 metres. It's probably at least 4 metres to the water. You can see some old timbers there. The root of the tree growing in the side of it. Pretty interesting. I'll have a look from the other side. Oh. When I heard that movement down in there, I thought, oh no, I'm going to find a kangaroo in here or something, but I can't see anything. Maybe a branch just fell right at that moment, or there's a turtle living in there or something, but I certainly don't want to be going down in there. I don't know if it continues over in that direction over there or what. I'm not going to go in and find out either. There are some other mines in the general area. You can see a few tracks around, but it's probably game trails coming to this little bit of water. It's accessible here in this, whatever this is. There's the ruins of a brick structure with brass pipes in it that could be a still, according to Alan Melbourne, but I've arrived here too late to do too much looking around. There's virtually nothing in the way of quartz here that you could work to find some gold in this area, but right in this immediate vicinity, but certainly it'd be worth a look around. They don't dig holes like that because there's nothing there. Well, sometimes they do, you got to dig a hole to find out, but yeah. Anyhow, it's about 1,000,000 degrees and 98% humidity or something, so I'm gonna have a cold drink and probably make my way home. So I guess I'll see you guys out on the next trip.